Welcome back. Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett has received a number of attacks from critics who say she's unfit to serve as a Supreme Court justice while also being a mother of 7 children at the same time. Some have been slow to congratulate Barrett on her accomplishment of even being nominated. Campus Reform asked some college students if they celebrated women who have made significant accomplishments in male-dominated fields. Here's their answer. Listen to this.
Do you think women who have reached the top of male-dominated fields should be celebrated by feminists?
I definitely say yes, because we have to work harder to get into it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, feminism is to celebrate women's equality in different areas like the workforce, to get recognition.
Of course. It's such a huge accomplishment. I mean, just being a woman ourselves, we know the obstacles and things we have to jump over.
So do you both celebrate Amy Coney Barrett?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm unsure who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Who's that? I'm sorry?
What is Amy Coney Barrett?
Yeah, so she was nominated to the Supreme Court. She has 7 kids. She's a mom. She graduated first in her class from law school, and now she's being nominated to one of the highest positions in all of U.S. government. Do you celebrate this?
But Trump nominated her?
Yes.
So that's more of like a cover-up.
A cover-up. Well, joining us to discuss, Jezzamine Wolk, the reporter for Campus Reform. Hey, Jezzamine, kind of makes sense of the video that you went out and you recorded and also heard from students as well. Sounds like they support the idea of women making tremendous accomplishments, but have reservations when it comes to women that are supported by the president.
You're just right. So with Amy Coney Barrett in the spotlight, we just wanted to get a pulse of how students felt about President Trump's Supreme Court nominee. And what we found was disappointing. We found that these students couldn't separate their personal opinion of the president from the accomplishments of Amy Coney Barrett. And these students all said that they would be quick to celebrate any woman who rose to the top of a male-dominated field, but in the same breath said they couldn't apply that same value of theirs to Amy Coney Barrett. And this is something that we continue to see time and time again at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, where this age group has this knee-jerk reaction to hate anything associated with the president.
Yeah, very interesting. And good for you to actually get out there and kind of get a feel for what is on the thoughts and minds of college students. What's interesting, too, is, I'm curious, maybe they knew who Ruth Bader Ginsburg was, the late justice there, of course, but I'm wondering how many of them actually know the other members of the Supreme Court at this time and also truly understand the importance of a potential justice and the process that one goes through to become justice on the Supreme Court. Any idea on that?
Absolutely. I mean, you saw that in this video. They said, what is an Amy Coney Barrett? Most of these students didn't even know who she was. But at the end of the day, they said, oh, she's President Trump's Supreme Court nominee. We can't have her. And that's because these college students have been so indoctrinated to believe that anything associated with conservatives is bad and that conservatives are out to get them. And, we see this in classrooms across the country. We just recently saw it at the University of Massachusetts, where a professor equated Trump to Hitler. And when a student tried to speak up, she was silenced. And we saw it again at George Washington University, where this professor told their students that Trump is a climate terrorist and that he was a mass murderer. So, of course, these students are being conditioned to believe that anything Republican is bad.
What's interesting, too, maybe you saw at the Women's March as well, a few women who were dressed up like the TV series The Handmaid's Tale. They wore some handmaids costumes, thinking again that Judge Barrett's confirmation would mean that they would be in some sort of Gilead-like setting that takes place in the fictional show. But what's interesting is, again, during the actual confirmation hearings, we heard from senators like Senator Dianne Feinstein asking about Amy Coney Barrett's position on Roe versus Wade. Here's what she had to say.
It's distressing not to get a straight answer. So let me try again. Do you agree with Justice Scalia's view that Roe was wrongly decided?
Senator, I completely understand why you are asking the question, but again, I can't pre-commit or say, yes, I'm going in with some agenda, because I'm not. I don't have any agenda. I have no agenda to try to overrule Casey. I have an agenda to stick to the rule of law and decide cases as they come.
So if anyone was watching, they would know that the judge has no agenda. Makes you wonder, how do people come to the conclusion that their rights to birth control or abortion would be immediately taken away should she be confirmed?
Right. I mean, Amy Coney Barrett said it there, and we've heard her say it time and time again, that her role is to uphold the law. And she is following the RBG rule, where she said she's not going to prejudge a case before she heard it, right? But these students are prejudging her based simply on who nominated her. And, feminists are always saying that they want to see more women in high levels of government, right? And here you are with someone highly accomplished. She graduated top of her law class. Both schools, Rhodes College and Notre Dame, are touting ties to her. She has 7 kids. She got the highest nomination from the American Bar Association. The list goes on and on. But, feminists say, we want more women. Oh, but not that woman.
Wow. Very interesting stuff. All right, Jezzamine Wolk joining us live with Campus Reform. Jezzamine, thank you very much.